Well, it's a delight to have you all here. Some of you will remember that we had Horatio come and talk to us about his book, The Single Swallow, and I know you found that riveting, as indeed it was, and I'm sure you're going to find that The Light in the Dark has exactly the same impact.
29th of January, money worries, taxes, troubles. I have spent and not saved, and now I must scrabble for cash, cut all the spending and work out a way out of debt. And somehow I must not let the worry make me a terrible father and a ghastly person to live with. I will fail at this. I am failing at this, I know. The negative, like an egg hatching, produces a kind of dark thing which sits in my mouth, spitting out gloom whenever it can. I try not to speak. With Aubrey, I pretend to be someone else, someone unworried, balanced and loving. It feels like a rotten impersonation, but the little boy is so forgiving and encouraging. He counted to 100 and he played snakes and ladders beautifully, beating me with style and accuracy. Then he invented his own version where you dodge around snakes and take running jumps at the ladders. I ran on the spot, my legs running away with me sideways and back while he laughed and clapped. Rebecca danced to the mariachi music in the kitchen, delighting him. We're no model family, but we have life. Winter suits this house, with the fire going, the clothes hanging on the drying rack, the door curtain pulled across and the key turned in the lock. A fractional attempt to stem the freezing draught from the keyhole. Going up and down the valley today, there were lovely turning clouds in the blue, the high moor showing yellow, red and drained green under the sun. It looked like a plate from the Shell Guides, those visions of the British countryside, rich in colour and nature. We like much in West Yorkshire, but we do not quite like that. It lifted me. The nights have been much more beautiful than the days for a while now. Beckrush and moonlight, pale patinas of ghost cloud, and behind them the stars, tiny, red and blue and white.
9th of February. Like the great Gatsby in Rochdale, gin night came to the town hall. I had not drunk for 2 weeks, but we were committed. They were raising money for the cricket club, which is sacred, and Cousin Matthew's birthday was coming. The clan gathered, and I wanted to see inside this famous building which Rochdalians believe was beloved by Hitler and destined to be transported to Germany and rebuilt there in the event of Nazi victory. It is a thunderous mass of Gothic revival, portly, stately and oddly elegant, with a clock tower that does look as though it hankers to be beside the Rhine. We are a great many mighty sparrows chattering up the warm hall. We are managers in floral shirts, teachers with blue hair, distributors in conker leather, the North wears the best shoes in England, contractors in short skirts, rosy technicians who run marathons, traders neatly tucked in, retired academics in best grey woolen jackets, council officers in gleaming specs, logistics planners dressed as if for church, estate agents with bustle, police officers invisibly uniformed. We are jacketed and high-heeled restaurateurs. We are smart and chattering, gaudy and bothersome, big-boned and roving, quick-eyed and bolding, fond of our food and fountains of drinking stories, raised on black peas, black pudding, black stone and ball games. Car-proud, dog-loving, grit, grin and give a hug, say it as we see it, and who's next to the bar? We are Rochdale on a Mead Hall night.
Late February. The light was astonishing today. The air whitening the sunlight, the cold burnishing the blue, the light like the absence of smell in the air, both bright and bleaching. There seems to be no dapple, no interplay of shadow and light. In the sun, there was a glittering, blintering blaze with a stark radiance in it. Out of the sun, the shadows were scoops of cold, like darkness left lying in broad daylight. Sometimes I feel as though I am coming back. The will is there and the hope. Only the ability lags behind them. This ghastly ball of negativity, clamped to my ankle by a chain of self-loathing, follows me around. It is like being stalked by a ghoul. Turn your gaze outwards, I keep telling myself. You do not matter. Other people matter. The land matters. The sky and the world. If only you would get out of the way of your own view.